Hey guys, welcome back to the pallet garden here at the hillside. Today is a special treat. It's going to be the first time I'm harvesting hardneck garlic. So if you plant hardneck garlic, it needs to be planted into the fall. So these are planted in late October, early November. I made a video about that. I'll drop a link down below. But this is the Spanish Roja variety of hardneck garlic. And I think it's time to harvest it. So I think I might let it go a little bit too long, but you'll be able to tell that your garlic is ready to harvest because you see it's kind of yellowing and it's kind of fallen over. The plant's no longer in a vegetative state. It's kind of, you can tell it's gone. I might have harvested this probably last week, but I'll let it go a little bit too long. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest a couple of these cloves of garlic here, these garlic bulbs, and show you what I got. So let's go ahead and zoom in as I dig these guys up. All right, so very carefully, you don't want to get in here with the shovel and start digging around because obviously you don't want to damage the cloves and the bulbs and everything down here below the soil. So what I like to do is I just kind of pull it back. See that garlic? See how big that is? You can expose like the garlic that way. Then get your gardening fork, whatever it is, like this. Get nice and deep under it and just gently kind of work the soil, pry it up. Now you can do this completely by hand if you want to, but sometimes depending on how big the bulb is or how deep it is in the ground, it's going to come with a lot of soil on it like that. So there's a nice grub attached to the soil. That's nice. But where I have the clay soil, it's going to stick, you know, a big ball of stuff like that. So anyhow, check out that nice head of garlic right there, guys. Isn't that pretty awesome? So good. Get it out of there. So there you go. That's Spanish Roja Hardneck Garlic. My first time growing this variety of garlic. I think it turned out quite well. I went ahead previously and harvested another one, so the one I got before is actually a little bit bigger, but that's a pretty decent sized uniform head of garlic that I've pulled out of the garden here so far. So like I said, the keys to growing good successful hardneck garlic is planting into the fall. Give it plenty of time to grow and harvest it through the summertime, as right about mid-June, at least where I live in zones 6B, 7A. And even with a little bit of clay soil down below, the garlic did just fine because all the soil above, I mean, it's really amended, tons of compost, organic matter. So this is great, great soil that the garlic was just able to feed on, and produces nice, awesome heads of garlic. So anyhow, I'll show you over here some more hardneck garlic and how it's different than what I just harvested right here. So this garlic here, as you can tell, is not ready to harvest. And the reason is I planted this in super early spring. I actually got these, I think they're on clearance or something like that. This is the Dugansky, I believe is what it's called, hardneck garlic. And I just kind of as an experiment, the bulbs are almost next to nothing. They're practically free. They're on clearance, given away because you should, like I mentioned, plant them into the fall. But where you're planting these, I planted these so early in the spring, they're obviously not ready to harvest yet. So I'm trying to see if I let these guys go until like maybe the late fall here, if they'll still be able to produce a bulb, or if it's just not going to work at all because it needs that winter time period to be able to, you know, get its mind right or whatever to produce that bulb. So if you've ever planted your hardneck garlic in the spring instead of the fall, you've had good results, let me know in a comment below. See how it works out for you. So while I got you here, one last thing. I'm just going to kind of pan over here and show you this right here. Now this is okra. If you have never grown okra before, it's awesome. It's good for the great summertime hot weather vegetable. Some weeds in here too. But so what I did is I planted the okra behind the hardneck garlic because I knew this is about the time I would be harvesting the hardneck garlic along this row right here. So as the garlic is coming out, I've already intercropped the okra, which is, you know, big enough now that it's going to take off as I get all this garlic out of the way and it's no longer competing for nutrients and water and sunlight, etc., etc. So that's something else to think about when planting your garlic, is have a succession crop planted, ready to take over as soon as the garlic is out of the ground. Alright guys, and there it is. That's how easy it is to grow and harvest your own hardneck garlic. Check that out. This nice, huge, awesome heads of garlic right there. This one actually is a double, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, now I need to get these things dry and kind of hang them up in a dry, cool area for a couple weeks because you don't want to use this garlic. Well, you can use it fresh, but if you use it fresh, it's not going to keep. You need to cure it, let it dry out, and be able to store throughout the winter and have some, hopefully, just plant again into the fall that you can use for next year's seed crop. So guys, thanks for tuning in to another Hillside Garden episode. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, and hopefully you subscribe because you want to come back and learn more things about backyard gardening, permaculture, organic gardening, composting, things like that. Every day is another learning opportunity. So why don't you guys come on back next time, We'll see you here on the hillside doing something else, growing something, and just sharing the love of plants. See you guys. Bye-bye.